Hi, this is Todd from Finger Lakes Trellising Supply with another trellising tip. This is working again with the the Gripple #4 anchor, the 6 foot deep. All right, so this is your end post, angle post at a 60-degree angle. This is your ground level. This post in this situation is 9 foot long. This one's a 3-inch oil pipe post. So if it's out of the ground 6 foot, you're going to measure this distance to create your equilateral triangles. So now your angles have can create a fulcrum lever over the other angle. You're going to put that Gripple earth anchor #4 in the ground the same distance. So in this situation, it's 6 feet out. And when you drive that in with the drive rod with that Badger style anchor down, this is ultimately what it's going to look like underground. So I'm just trying to give you a representation. You know, if this where the eyelet's going to end up is 6 feet out and the cable is approximately 6 feet long. Now again, I'm just using approximate, so I'd estimate a half foot less of this cable. So in other words, you're going to put it in the ground about 5 foot deep. So that anchor is going to end up approximately 2 foot this way further. So if you got something in the ground that you got to work by, so let's say you get you're going extremely deep, lots of rocks, bending the drive rod, driving it in or pulling it out, it's getting stuck, it's a bear. So if you can create some kind of a pilot hole driver, in this case we're using another one of these end posts, a pipe or something. This is 3-inch. You drive it in 5 feet into the ground and pull it straight out. So now you put the Gripple drive rod and the anchor. This is obviously the 7-foot tool. And you drive that in just a little bit. So you're gonna kind of let that backfill, tamp it. You just want that to hook and turn. But what you got to know is that cable is now going to need and want to, over time, knife back through that soil to this angle. So ultimately, that's where it's going to end up. So the best case scenario is doing this, but driving it, as close to that angle as possible. But the reality is sometimes the driver's in the way of this here. It just creates issues. So if you're forced to drive perpendicular to the ground, you actually need to drive the hole out further. This is what I'm trying to represent here is what the heck is that distance? Well, all I do is just kind of create where I want to be. I know it's 6 foot inside diameter, so 6 foot out. So I just make a drawing. I just continue these lines. Well, I know that I'm going 5 feet deep. So I mark that, and you just come back and you do the difference in the math, and you're going to have to drive that pilot hole approximately, if you're doing it, again, perpendicular to the ground. You're going to have to drive it 2 feet out further so it ends up back here. But again, if there's any way at all that you can, when you're making this pilot hole, drive it back some towards a working level, so your machinery can, clear the top of this post, because that's a reality. Just, if you can drive it some at an angle, that'll help, same principle. But ultimately what I'm trying to show you is where this cable within time, as it knifes back through that soil with tension, rain, time, that's where it's going to end up. So kind of trying to give you some hints on how to pre-calculate this. So another trellising tip from Todd from Finger Lakes Trellis Supply. We're up in Williamson. Yeah, we have an e-store, but we're not e-store experts. Give us a call, talk to us, send an email, ask a question. We're hands-on people, and we're here to serve. Thank you for your business.